speaking of being around niggas with money, you were one of the original BMF members.
Yeah, man. Yeah, rest in peace, man, you know what I'm saying? To all my homies that ain't making, man. Free Big Meech, he about to come home, you know what I'm saying? And what's so crazy is, you know, I seen, you know, the whole, you know, movement, you know, I was a part of the movement, helped brand the movement, you know what I'm saying, on the entertainment side with the music. And it's just so crazy that, you know, once again, my homeboy, he was telling me, he was like, man, everything that you've been a part of, you know what I'm saying, it made history. You see what I'm saying? From Big on Records, you know what I'm saying? From BMF, you know what I mean? From AMG, it's like everything that I've been a part of, it like changed history or it made an impact in history. And once again, at that time, it wasn't like we were like, oh, we finna change history, we finna do this. It was just like, we gonna do something different. You know what I mean? We doing something different, you know what I mean? We gonna be, you know, we gonna do this, we gonna show people that, you know what I mean, it ain't all about, you know, cutlasses and Monte Carlos and box Chevys, you know what I mean? It was like when Big Meech came through, you know, he came through with the foreign swag, you know, the Lamborghinis and the BMWs and the Benzes and stuff that Andre 3000 done been rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Do you want a Benz or a Beamer? You know, but it was just one of those things that was always out of reach, you know what I'm saying, to the normal black, you know what I'm saying, youth, until you seen Big Meech with it. And then you're like, okay, if he can get it, then I can get it, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just need somebody to just give you a little bit of motivation. And then even with the throwing the money and, you know, being the first one to throw money, you know, to even the sparkles on bottles, you know, to even, it goes so deep to how, you know, the whole BMF, you know, movement, you know, basically orchestrated the whole move of what's going on now to, well, that's why Sexes is in the club. Because at one point, you know, when you would go to the club, it would be flat. The club was just flat in the bar. You see what I'm saying? But when we was coming in, we was standing on the bar. And everybody would be looking up at the bar. So then that's when Alex, you know what I'm saying, he's smart, so he seen the vision. He was like, well, I'm gonna just start building sections, places where people who got money can stand. And then everybody started looking. So now that's why you got sections in our clubs. And like sparkles on the bottle, that came from the Cancun trip. You know, rest in peace to Mama Juice. You know what I'm saying? That was something that she created, you know, out there in Cancun, and we brought it back to Visions once again. And that's why you see sparkles on the bottle. So it's like, you know, but those were things that when it was being done, it wasn't like, oh, we finna just change history or we finna start some new stuff. It was just like, we just wanted to be different, you know what I'm saying? What can we do to make us stand out? And, you know, once again, this was before the internet era. So we had to stand out where we was at, you know what I mean? We couldn't be in Miami and show you like, oh yeah, we down here in Miami, got 10 foreign cars. We didn't have none of that, you know what I'm saying? It was flip phones, and wasn't no Instagrams and none of that. So the only way you could be able to put on and make it last is when you in a situation, it was to leave an impression. So they would go back and like, oh man, you ain't seen, boy, how these folks like, you know what I mean? So that's what we would do. So, you know what I mean? It's like I learned when you doing stuff and you having fun, it's like, it seems like it makes the biggest impact. But when you trying to do it, it's like that be the song or the project that never works. Right. But if it's something you just doing, and I'm like, man, I'm just do this, have fun day, and then it just mess around and hit. Yeah.
Now the Cancun trip.
Yeah.
I actually saw the footage from that trip on Stars. The BMF documentary. Yeah.
Well, the Cancun trip, man, you know, that was like, man, one of the best times I had in my life. For the simple fact, it was the first time I ever had been somewhere outside of the U.S., you know what I mean? Second of all, it was like we rented the whole plane. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like the for real deal soul plane. You know what I mean? All the rappers, all the dancers, all the cool, you know, folks that you might see. The whole mob was in that thing. So we got like 30, 40 people on the plane. We on that thing turned up, man. Then we get there, we got to rent out the whole hotel. Now you gotta imagine, you know how big a hotel is, bro. We done rented out the whole hotel, dog. Like the whole hotel. Every room is sold. You know what I'm saying? Flows, all the flows, all our people. From Lil Jon to you know LeBron James, to Megan Good.
LeBron with them?
Yeah, LeBron James. That was he was first young LeBron. He was down there, man. Man, it was so many folks down there. So we done rented out the whole hotel, man, and basically it was just a display of black excellence, man, because a lot of people ain't never seen nothing like that before. You know what I mean?
That was your footage in the documentary.
Yeah, that was my footage. You know, that was my footage in the documentary. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's why when you see. You know what I mean? When you see the documentary, you see me going in the refrigerator looking at the Cristal. That's when folks drinking Cristal. We got a whole refrigerator for the Cristal, like it's Heineken bottles. You know what I'm saying? Freezer full. You know, we walking through all the Cancun footage, all the footage. We on the airplane. You know what I mean? You know, and then even we was actually in Cancun, you actually can see a silhouette of one bottle coming out with a little sparkle on it. And that was like, it just, at that time, it was something new, you know what I mean? Because you know, at that, if it was how it is now, the whole club, you would have been seeing sparkles everywhere. But it was like, that was the first trial run, you know what I mean, to see, because I think we was celebrating for two reasons. We was celebrating because dude had got off with his situation. And then we was also celebrating somebody's birthday. So we was like, instead of putting the sparkles on the cake, we just gonna put it on the bottle. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the whole thing.
That's how the sparkles.
That's how the sparkles came about on the bottles.
Yeah, instead of the cake, put it on the bottle.
Instead of the cake, we gonna put it on the bottle.
Yeah, you learn something new every day. Yeah, no, that's. But I was reading the book called The Black Mafia Family. Mm-hmm. The BMF story, you know, it's got all the documents and all that. Yeah. And I'm flipping and I see a few photos with you and Meech and Jeezy and you know J-Bo and yeah. So you was right there. Yeah,
you know, cause we was like, you know, Big Meech, you know, he like my big brother, you know what I'm saying, and a mentor at the same time, you know what I mean, because you can go and you sit down and you talk to him, man. And if you ain't got enough sense to listen, then you don't need to be sitting there, because he gonna give you jewels, he gonna drop the game, he gonna give you the game, tell you, you know what I'm saying, the right way, you know what I'm saying, to handle the situation, you know what I mean? So we got a cool bond, you know what I'm saying, just through just conversation, you know what I'm saying, and music. Because he one of his favorite songs was Stomp That Shit. You know what I'm saying? He's always like, you stomp that shit, stomp it. We getting money over here, we stumping that, you know what I'm saying? We stump it. And then you know, and he loved music, man. So that was one of the things that we connected on too, because he knew about, you know what I'm saying, me being an artist. And you know, and he just and we just clicked, man. That was my dog, and then everybody else, you know, around from JB's to, you know what I'm saying, to Eels to, you know what I'm saying, Blue, everybody, man. You know, we all just like one big family, man. And you know, and that's what it was. It was just unity. It was just unity at its finest. Mm. Mm-hmm.